Hello, I'm at a park in Eastmanville, Michigan, and on my way to go chill in Grand Rapids and say hi to some friends. And just wanted to stop at this little riverside park and share some thoughts about the challenge. Right now, I'm doing okay, but I had a rough weekend in my brain. So I guess I should talk a little bit about humility, and maybe a better angle would be success. So I want to check in on that topic, on what my definitions of success are, because they're being challenged a little bit by doing a challenge like this. So when you're putting out lots of stuff and it's not a finished product, obviously the definitions of success are going to be pretty questionable. So far, I've felt successful in that I haven't missed a day, and I've done a lot extra on most days, either privately writing lots of extra songs or even publicly uploading extra things. And so for me, that's success, which is good. Now obviously, the world defines success by pretty different measures. So one might be, how many subscribers do you have, or how marketable is the musical style you write in, or how good does your voice sound at any given time. And I don't think I've talked much about this, but when I'm writing, my singing voice is even more difficult to control and manage than it is when I'm performing. When I perform songs that I know really well, I work out ways to use my limited voice that work well for me. Sometimes I have to lower the key from where I wrote it in originally. I tend to write songs a bit higher than I can actually comfortably sing, which is kind of strange. I don't totally understand that phenomenon. I tend to want to write things in a kind of high, low soprano, high alto, well, maybe it's still alto, but it's high for me, kind of range. And then when I'm considering performing a particular song, like there's a few already since this challenge started a little over 30 days ago. What is today? Today 36. Yeah, there's a few that I might actually want to go back and relearn. Quite a few, actually, because I'm starting to notice I always relearn my meandering, esoteric ones, but there's actually some cute little Casio ones or ukulele ones that I kind of want to learn. I don't really know what'll come of that, but I'm trying to acknowledge that I have a habit of my hundreds of songs that I write, I have a habit of picking the same style to share and put on albums. So thinking of exploring that, thanks to some Instagram likes, but also just thanks to this challenge helping me kind of see what my patterns are. Anyway, where was I going? I don't know. I was saying something that wasn't that. Success, worldview of success, followers. I don't know, I lost it. Anyway, so all of that was to say that, my voice. Yeah, so my voice is very hard to control, and to those who haven't ever heard my raw songs before, it's obviously even more unpredictable, and I just don't have like a good voice, and that was actually really hard for me to get my brain around when I was younger, because ever since I was in elementary school, I was getting a lot of support for my songwriting and attention, and it seems like my voice got worse and worse as I got older. I've had certain health issues that affected it. When I was living in Chicago and I started writing kind of dark songs, I was working with it, and it made it sound kind of gravelly and raspy, and I kind of liked it, but kind of outgrew that style of writing and even just didn't end up wanting to sing in that style. It felt kind of, I don't know, it felt forced. It was kind of like a sultry sound. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but so now I'm just in this weird nebulous place of not quite knowing my voice, and maybe I could take voice lessons. That would probably help me figure it out. I know a lot of vocalists, professional vocalists, or people that are like of American Idol quality of vocals, and my boyfriend's one of them, in my opinion. He's got an amazing voice, and that's why I like him singing lead in Cloudlight. And I like doing harmonies, but so yeah, that's always been kind of strange for me. I guess in some ways musical theater writing probably was a good fit, because I could create the music but then have a bunch of pros sing the songs. But you know, these songs that come out of me, these kind of like wispy little songs, I guess I don't even see them as something that that type of vocalist would want to sing. But if you ever do want to do a cover of any of these, please feel free. I mean, I'd of course love it if you credit me, or just put Jessica and the Rainbow in there somewhere. But yeah, beyond that, I feel like I'm just too prolific to commit to any of these, and I just kind of wanted to just keep, I don't know, I just wanted to have a year where I just put out as much as I can from a content standpoint, and then, I don't know, just kind of let the chips fall where they may in terms of what the point of that is. I have no idea what the point of this is. It's keeping me busy. It's keeping my mind occupied. I do believe that pretty strongly about creativity, that a lot of times, especially in this current political climate, we feel like there's very little we can control, and I've been feeling that a lot lately. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't feel like I can control very much, and it's really upsetting, and I'm upset a lot. But, you know, every day I have this challenge, and, you know, maybe that's not for everyone to do a formal challenge. I've never really liked things like this before, and there's some ways that it feels forced. But, you know, I think having a practice or a thing that we do kind of consistently can be really grounding. And I've been journaling and songwriting for a long time, and yes, this is a little beyond my usual, but I think I recommend it. I do. I recommend giving yourself an outlet, and I think the biggest struggle when you go and, wow, that's a whole other long tangent, and this is already 6:47, 8, 9, 6:50. This is almost 7 minutes long. Anyway, this is the beautiful nature, and there's just a couple fishing, and there's birds. There's like a sheet of ice out there, but it was really cold all weekend, which is probably why I was grumpy, because it was finally the weekend, and then it was just kind of cold. But now it's really beautiful out. Anyway, here's my shoes, my tights, there's a tree, there's my car. Alright, I should get back on the road, but hope you're all having a lovely day and finding ways to be yourself and maybe be in nature, or be a writer, or be creative, or connect with family or friends, or I don't know, whatever good things make your soul feel full and make you feel alive. Okay, that's all. Bye.